Hi everyone, my name is Heidi Messerley, and today I will be talking about federal CAFO inspections. You may be wondering, what does CAFO stand for? The acronym CAFO stands for Concentrated Animal Feeding Operations. Federal CAFO inspections take place under the United States Environmental Protection Agency. An inspection at a concentrated animal feeding operation is typically a compliance evaluation inspection. The facility is inspected to determine whether or not it is complying with the requirements and the regulations set under the Clean Water Act. A concentrated animal feeding operation is defined as a facility that meets the following conditions. The first condition is that animals are confined or stabled for 45 days or more in a 12-month period. The second condition is that crops, forage, or other vegetative ground cover does not sustain over 50% of the confinement area. A concentrated animal feeding operation is an animal feeding operation, or AFO, that confines more than 1,000 animal units. Animal units are based on the weight of the animal. For example, 1,000 animal units is equal to 2,500 swine, 100,000 broilers, 700 dairy cows, or 1,000 beef steers. A concentrated animal feeding operation is considered a first-party operation. However, the manure from the operation may be collected and sold to a third-party organization if in compliance with the Clean Water Act standards. An inspection of a CAFO, or a concentrated animal feeding operation, may be conducted for the following reasons: routine inspection, follow-up on a citizen tip or complaint, case development support after a violation has been identified, follow-up inspection to ensure that the permittee has implemented required controls or best management practices, compliance inspection to ensure compliance with settlement requirements. Additionally, some incentives are used to encourage farmers to abide by CAFO and CWA regulations. On this slide, I will discuss the similarities between concentrated animal feeding operations and other organizations. As previously discussed, CAFO and AFO, or AFO, are the same general idea, but CAFOs represent a more concentrated organization, hence the C. Additionally, CAFOs and free-range operations are similar in a sense that they both focus on raising livestock or poultry, and typically many or numerous of them at once. You may also find yourself wondering what the similarities between federal CAFO inspections and BMP best management practices are. We have discussed best management practices in a previous lesson. Best management practices are actually often used as a preventative measure for CAFOs. Federal inspection of CAFOs ensure that BMPs are being implemented to prevent issues such as the Clean Water Act violations. With similarities come differences. I discussed in the previous slide the similarities between CAFOs and other organizations. On this slide, I will be discussing the difference between CAFOs and those same organizations. We've already hit on this one pretty hard, but as just a reinforcer, CAFO stands for Concentrated Animal Feeding Operation, while AFO or AFO simply stands for Animal Feeding Operation. This means that CAFOs raise animals in an area that is fairly concentrated and combines more than 1,000 animal units, while AFOs or AFOs fall under that minimum. Free-range operations are typically the exact opposite of concentrated. Oftentimes, free-range operations allow animals to have more space, natural resources, and etc. than CAFOs. As previously mentioned, federal inspection of CAFOs ensure that BMPs are being implemented to prevent issues such as the Clean Water Act violations. These two operations work together. Next, we will concentrate on the strengths and weaknesses of CAFOs and why inspections of the operations are necessary. First, we will mention the weaknesses. CAFOs are often negatively targeted by both animal and environmental welfare groups. A few concerns that come with CAFOs are environmental degradation, human health risk, and animal welfare. While each of these are negative associations with CAFOs, they prove the need for federal CAFO inspections. Through federal CAFO inspections, many of these things can be prevented or fixed. Next, I will concentrate on the strengths of CAFOs. Concentrated animal feeding operations increase overall production, lower retail meat cost, provide high efficiency of land use, and offer local employment opportunities. Federal CAFO inspections assist and allow of all of these beneficial things to happen.